JD, you look young. I think I used to look young.
No, you do. You look great.
Appreciate that. Yeah. But we have an aging workforce. And we're going to talk about the information that we just might lose if we don't pay attention to everyone who's about to exit, especially in the world of maintenance and making sure that these machines are running on a regular basis. I know this is a topic that's near and dear that you're passionate about as well. What do we do?
That transfer of knowledge in our industry is becoming more and more of a challenge. When you look at any of the labor challenges across any manufacturer, you're always going to have labor challenges around like your operator labor and temp services. One of the areas that has become a real focus point, especially in CPG, so consumer product good manufacturing, is around the maintenance areas of the plants. You've got guys who have spent their last 20, 30, 40 years in a plant doing maintenance on equipment to where they can walk down an aisle, they can hear that tick or that hum, and they know, oh, that's a belt, that's this. I need to check on this thing or that thing. And they're starting to retire and they're starting to go, sip margaritas on the beach, their toes in the sand. And when they leave, because there's such a challenge in recruiting, hiring, training, onboarding, all of those things for maintenance in these manufacturing plants, we lose all of that knowledge and all of that information. And so all of these plants, they experience way more downtime. They experience way more challenges with their equipment, and the cost of ownership in those plants goes up because they're not able to keep all of the equipment operating in an efficient, optimal way. And so how we can help bridge that gap for our customers to either provide service and provide training, help give their maintenance people all of the information and technology to do their jobs efficiently is what's going to help mitigate that loss while they're onboarding and training new people. And so it's not just about selling them a piece of equipment and putting it in their plant. It's about how do we help them maximize their ROI through their total ownership over the years of that equipment, and making sure that anything we put in does what they actually need it to do, and we're not on that morning downtime report.
And that's kind of the goal, right? Because as I'm gathering this from you, I'm hearing some areas where in my mind I'm going, well, that's obvious. We don't want to lose that information. But then I'm hearing pieces where I'm like really struggling to figure out how we fix it, because a lot of the maintenance people I know have been doing this, as you mentioned, that can hear that tick, that can hear that belt, that can hear the purr or the not purr of a machine being run. And that takes time.
Yes.
You can't just walk into a facility and go, well, I learned that in my school the other day,
right.
And I'm walking through the shop,
Yeah.
and that's what I heard on the computer, and it sounds just like the computer. It takes years to access that information, and we're here right now looking at automation, where obviously you got Acieta on your shirt right now. So as the automation world, we're trying to make all inclusive to help. We're gonna lose these folks. We all know we're gonna lose these folks. We really are trying to make sure that things are more standardized. Automation is a standardized situation. We're trying to make sure that the evolution of the next generation coming in can learn quickly, because we are losing it. This is all pieces of what you're gathering as well, aren't you?
It is. And what you have to remember, the way we train, the way we empower companies and individuals and their employees to do their jobs at an incredibly high level is different than what it used to be, right? With all of the new technology and all of the stuff that we have at our fingertips, being able to access remotely different pieces of equipment, all of this stuff might not have been traditional maintenance tools and technology that they would use to keep the plant up and running. So it's not just about how do we help that transfer of knowledge and bridge that gap, but how are we also making sure that we are giving the right technology, the right tools to the right people in order to do that, and really helping them, have what they need to do their job. And so it's how are we helping them with remote connectivity to be able to access equipment and see runtime numbers and OEE efficiency numbers wherever they are in the world. If they're overseeing multiple different plants, or if they're responsible for maintenance over multiple different facilities, we want to be able to give them and help them learn how to use the technology to actually execute their job. Technology is great. If you don't know how to use it and you've not been prepared in a way to help you be successful, then technology is pointless. And we get all of these buzzwords and all of these really cool trinkets and toys that there's a lot of companies love to promote. Oh, you can use this, you can do that. That's great. But is it really helping people execute their jobs at a high level and minimize the amount of time, energy, and effort they're spending in those areas to keep the plant up and running? And so we want to help them do that. And we believe if we do, it just helps build better trust for us with our customers. We begin, being looked at as valued partners to the operation and not just a vendor or supplier. And that's always the ultimate goal.
JD, you've again said it in the best way that it can be said. Really nothing more I can say on the subject other than the fact of thank you. Thank you for being that partner. Thank you for being that friend. Very much like what I do on camera by bringing experts like you on camera to share your story so that they can learn, because I don't know it all. You have done, again, such a great job. And I really do appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.